welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about what I think are the best drugstore makeup products. So I've got a few bits and bobs that I want to share with you all, and I've actually forgotten something. I will be back. Okay, so I've basically just picked up the general stuff of each thing that I own, like each kind of product. My favourite drugstore one of them. So I'm just going to go through with them like the order I would put stuff on my face. So the first thing I have is my eyebrow product, and if you've been watching for a good few months at least, because I feel like that's when I started using this, you'll know I really like this product, and it is the Freedom Brow Pomade. I have this in the shade Blonde, and it's just so nice. It's currently a bit dried out because I've not sprayed it in a while, but if I leave that upside down it'll be fine. I love this. Love, love, love. I actually have it on today. It's just like the perfect colour. It's a really good consistency, and it's just really easy to work with. When I first used this I was so worried, but it's just so good. So I would really recommend you guys try this. They do this in loads of colours. You can get this off of Town Beauty online, or you can get it in Superdrug, I think. Yeah, but I really love this. And this is only like a couple quid. Okay, the next thing I would do is an eye primer, and I have tried quite a few eye primers actually now, and this is the only thing that I've found to work, and this is a Maybelline Colour Tattoo. It's not technically a primer, however I use it as a primer. This bit of hair isn't curled properly, it's really stressing me out. So yeah, I have the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in the shade 93 Creme de Nude. This is a really good shade to use as a base. It's getting a little bit dried out now. I actually need to get a new one, but it's just so good. You can use it, and I also use it sometimes to like sort my eyebrows out, but it's just so good because if you set it with a powder, it just keeps your eyeshadow on all day and it stops it from creasing and coming off. It's really good, and if you're starting out with makeup, especially if you're using like cheaper eyeshadows, I would really recommend getting yourself this because it just keeps your eyeshadow on for 100 times longer, and it just makes the product last better. Okay, the next thing is eyeshadow, and I'm not a huge fan of drugstore eyeshadow. I don't find that the pigmentation is very good or anything, but I have two things that I love from the drugstore. First thing is the Makeup Revolution Soph palette, and this is her first one. I've not tried her second one, but it's got a really good variety of colours, and I feel like the best kind of palettes are when they've got loads of things and a black and a white. It's got a black and a white. They're just so useful. A white is just perfect for like highlighting your eyebrows as an inner corner highlight, but then it's also got like all your basics like browns and golds, but then it's got more like pinks, reds, oranges, like bright colours, so you can just create so many different looks with this, and it has a massive mirror, which is really good as well. This is just perfect for travel, and the shades are really pigmented, so if I just like put my hand in this like bronze, like oh my god, it's just so nice. This palette is only £10, so it's really cheap, and you literally get every single colour. And if you think 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Each eyeshadow is basically 40p. So if you think about it that way, it's so good. So yeah, I just really like this. It's just got every colour you would ever need, basically. But then I also have another thing which I love, and it is the Barry M Fine Glitter Dust. I only discovered these more recently, and I just think they're such a good invention. If I just dip my finger in, like, it's just loose glitter. And if I dip my finger in that, like, look. So nice. It just adds that bit of, like, glitz to your makeup look. So if you've got quite a simple look, just by adding a bit of this, it just makes it look so incredible. Like, it just, oh, it's so pretty. I just find this gold, this is the shade 27. It just stands out a lot. Okay, the next thing I would then do is foundation. So the foundation that I would recommend to everybody is the Revlon Colour Stay Foundation. This one is for combination to oily skin, but the good thing about this is they also do one for normal to dry skin, which I think is so good because it just caters for everybody. This is the perfect match for me. I'm quite pale, like I'm very pale. It may not look it on camera, I've got a slight tan, I mean I have a little tan line there, but no, I'm very pale, and this is just perfect. It's such a really nice consistency. It feels really light on your face, but it's thick enough to give good coverage, and it's buildable. I have mine in the shade 150 Buff. I don't know if this is the lightest shade, but I don't have like pinky skin. I'm more like neutral, if you get me, more neutral kind of shade. So yeah, I really love this, and it's just perfect. It's got a pump as well. If it doesn't have a pump, I'm sorry, I'm not using it. And yeah, I just really love it. I think this is $9.99, so it's more on the higher end of the price range for a foundation that you can get at drugstores, but it's really cheap still compared to so many others. So that is for sure a fave of mine, and I would recommend that. Literally, if anybody says what foundation should I use, that is the one I say. Okay, next up is concealer. This one I've been using for years and years and years, and I love it. It is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I have mine in the shade 5. They only used to have like 4 shades, but recently they came out with a ton of new ones. So yeah, I picked this up and I just love it. I've been using it for ages, but they just finally came in with more shades. And it's really, really light, and this, oh my god, it's just such a lovely consistency. It's perfect colour for me personally, but they do so many more now. And this is meant to be a dupe for the NARS NARS Creamy Concealer. That's what it's a dupe for. But yeah, so good, really long lasting, and it's pretty cheap as well. It's like £6 something. Okay, next up we're going with powder. So the powder that I would recommend, which is actually quite a new discovery for me, but I love, is the Maybelline Matte Maker. This is quite a new product, and it's so good. I have mine in the shade 10 Classic Ivory. It's got a screw top lid, which is really good, and it just looks like this, and it just really, really works in mattifying your skin. And if you go like that, literally no product comes off, so it's just really good. It stops any transference that like your foundation and concealer would do, and it's just so good. It's quite cheap. It's like £4 something, I think, which is really good. I used to love the Rimmel clear complexion powder, but this is 100 times better. I really, really like it and really highly rate it. There's one thing that I would recommend to everyone, and it is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. The top bit is actually rubbed off because I've used it so many times. If I just open it up, it looks like this. So it's got like 3 contour shades, and then it's got like their kind of matte highlights, and then 3 highlights here. This shade here is perfect for all of you pale people who also love to contour, which I do. And it's just so nice, and it's got 2 darker shades. You could also use as a bronzer, which sometimes I do like on holiday. It's just easy to take just this and use it as a bronzer. If you've got darker skin, it's perfect for contouring, and it's just that perfect shade, and I just love it. And this palette itself I think is £10, so for all of this for £10, that's like so good. And then I also have a favourite highlight, and it's actually these 2 here in this palette. This one you can see I've used the most. It's like a very natural kind of highlight, and my highlight today is actually these 2 mixed together. It's what I really like to do on most days, but if you just want a more natural glow, like this one as well, just yeah, if there was like out of this whole video, if you were going to buy one thing, this palette would be it. It's amazing. It's great for travel because you have a highlight, you have like a powder that you can use under your eyes, you've got contour, bronzer. This is just my go-to palette. Okay, next up I would then do blusher, and I do have a few blushes that I really like, but this is one that I've been loving recently, and it is the Sleek Blush in Rose Gold. Years ago, loads of people obsessed about this. I've only really just jumped on this, but it's just a perfect shade for me. It's like a dark pinky peach with like gold shimmer in it, and it's just so pretty. The packaging is just really simple. It's quite small and thin, so it's quite easy to travel with, and yeah, it's just such a pretty blusher, and it just gives that really nice glow, like rosy glow, so you look healthy, you know. It's just so nice, not too expensive. I really, really like this and would recommend. Mascara wise, I only have one that I would recommend, and I would recommend it highly, and it is the Maybelline Classic Volume Express Waterproof Mascara. You can get the normal one, but the waterproof just works so much better. It keeps your eyelashes up for ages and ages, like it's so good. This is more of like a natural mascara, but you can build it up to give more volume, and it just looks so good. It makes your eyelashes look really fluttery and wispy, which is the kind of thing that I like. It's just so nice. I do actually have a new one. I just picked up my old one by accident. But yeah, it's like £6, and it's really small, but it's just so, so good. I would recommend this over any mascara I've tried ever. Out of high-end drugstore, like this is the best of the best. For lip products, I actually have 4 because I felt like there were different categories, and I felt like I should just do each one from each category. First thing I have is a lip liner, and this is the MUA Intense Colour Lip Liner in Caramel Nougat. So this actually comes with a sharpener, which firstly is so useful because normal sharpeners don't work. I don't know why, they just don't. This is the perfect nude colour for me. It's really, really soft. Like from MUA you wouldn't expect it, but it's soft, it's matte, and I actually use this just all over sometimes because it's so nice. This is £1. A literal pound. Okay, so then for matte lips I have one. It is the Collection Velvet Kiss Moisturising Lip Cream in, oh gosh, I feel like it's caramel, but it's number 2. Love this. I honestly, oh, this is so nice. It's like the NYX soft matte lip creams, but I actually prefer the consistency of this more. I also prefer the colour to the one I have, but you know. It says a moisturising lip cream with a soft velvet matte finish. Literally agrees so much. It goes on matte, but it still feels so moisturising and soft on your lips throughout the day, which for me, I don't like matte lip stuff because of the fact that they feel dry and they just don't feel very nice. But this just feels nice all day, and I feel like a matte lip, you sometimes just need a matte lip to make it look really good, you know? And this is super cheap. You can literally buy this anywhere. You can even buy it in Wilko's. So yeah, really, really good product, and definitely worth the like £4 it is. The next lip product I have is a lipstick, and I'm not actually a huge fan of drugstore lipsticks. I don't have that many, but this is one that I love and use very, very often. This is the L'Oreal Gold Obsession in Nude Gold. They have many different ones, but this Nude Gold is just like the perfect colour. This to me smells like lipstick. This is a lipstick smell to me. The packaging is really quite pretty, I think, and it's also got a really good thing to slot it in. It also looks fancy because it says like L'Oreal on it. It's very nice, really lovely colour. It is like a nude colour but with a bit of like gold shimmer, and I just think that's so pretty, especially in the summer. It's just perfect, and it just adds a little bit more sparkle to like a natural look, you know? Really, really like this. Then the next thing I have is a lip gloss. This is the L'Oreal Dazzle lip gloss in 210 Disco Ball. I flipping love this thing. I'm actually going to put it on now. But basically, it just makes your lips sparkle, makes them look really, really nice, which I seriously love. I've used this quite a lot, actually. Like, it's kind of running out. Like, you can see the edges. It's, like, coming off. But this is just such a pretty, it's like a nude gold colour with sparkle. I love this kind of thing. If you're not a lip gloss fan, you won't like this at all. But me personally, I prefer lip glosses to lipsticks and matte lip and all that kind of stuff, because I just personally like the feeling of it feeling soft and moisturising. But this is just so nice, really, really love it. Another one of my faves is the Natural Collection in Caramel Shortcake. Whoa, loads of these are called caramel. Caramel Nougat, caramel shortcake. What? I have an obsession with caramel, it seems. They are my go-to top drugstore favourites, drugstore, high street, whatever you want to call it. These are the products that if I am having a bad makeup day, I will just go for these products straight away because I know they work. So yeah. Also, I hope this maybe helped you guys out if you're looking for some new drugstore products, looking for some new stuff to use. This stuff I would recommend you use any day. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all soon with another one. Bye!